Something good gonna happen in this year, and I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone, and a new day has appeared, and I am grateful that I made it here. Blessings gonna find me here, oh yeah. Favor gonna find me here, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, say money gonna find me here, blessings gonna find me here, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Round and round, these seasons I've been facing, but this year, your blessings I'm embracing. Hey, healing have to come my way. Blessings have to come my way. Winning, we winning, and we here to stay. Is the blessings me say will find me here? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss if favor gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell them the money gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss the blessings gonna find me here. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Tell them me claim it. All of my blessings, me name it. With faith, me I go own it. Nothing shall get home it. Speak life, it is a new day. All things in my past, yeah. Welcome to the new year. Me step out in faith and no fear. Blessings go find me, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss if ever gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Money gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss the blessings gonna find me here. Oh na 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 na. And I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone, and a new day has appeared. And I am grateful that I made it here. Blessings gonna find me here. Oh yeah. Favor gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, say money gonna find me here. Blessings gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Round and round, these seasons I've been facing, but this year, your blessings I'm embracing. Hey, healing have to come my way. Blessings have to come my way. Winning, we winning, and we here to stay. Is the blessings me say will find me here? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I miss if ever gonna find me here. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. All protocols observed. My name is Ms. Hamlet Watley, and I'm here to bring you the safety guidelines that we practice at Bates. But before we begin, I'd like to invite you to take out your cell phones, please. And please turn them on silent or vibrate. Thank you. At Bates Memorial High School, your safety is our priority. In the event of an emergency, we would like you to respond appropriately. With that being said, in the event of an emergency, you will hear the fire alarm. But do not panic. Remain calm, but be alert. Those on my right, your left, you'll exit through this doorway, turn left. At the bottom of the stairs, you'll turn right and exit around the building and make your way to the muster point, to the front of the school. And those on my left, your right, you'll exit through this doorway, make your way to the front stairs, and make your way to the muster point. All the bathrooms are located downstairs. As you enter the building, it is the third doorway on your right-hand side. On behalf of the principal and staff, we want to wish you a safe and pleasant sit-in as we celebrate our graduating class. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We invite you to stand and please remain standing for prayer, national anthem, and school song.
Our eyes are closed, our heads are bowed. Our kind and loving Father, we come before your presence this morning, Lord, to give you thanks and praise for taking us safely through the night and for bringing us here to celebrate the graduating class 2024. We pray, dear God, that you will be in our midst today. Let everything be done decently and in order, according to your name's honor and glory. Keep us safe and let us all enjoy the day as we celebrate these students who have made it to this point in their journey of life. So we thank you and we praise you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good morning, everyone. May you all please stand at attention for the national anthem. Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Now we may have our school song. Truly one of the schools of the prophets, its base memorial high. Through the thick and the thin, the sun and the rain, we stand for the world to see. Unfading integrity, deep love for humanity, academic security and more. Our foundation is in core. Peace Memorial High, fly the banner high. Head, hearts and hands, this is our plan. Our philosophy, we stand for purity, a true memorial for the world to see. Trading for now and eternity. There's a place for every creed, race and color at Bates Memorial High. The desire to share and show that we care. We stand the future without fear. Unfading morality, no mediocrity, abundant fraternity and more. Our foundation is in God. Bates Memorial High, fly the banner high. Head, heart heart and hand, this is our plan. Our philosophy, we stand for purity, a true memorial for the world to see. Trading for now and eternity. Trading for now and eternity. Trading for now and eternity.
You may now have your seats. Tashawn, how are you looking? Drained and tired, so what's wrong?
Well, it took me a lot of time to get here now. And finally, I have made it this far.
Whoa, Tashawn, I'm glad you have made it this far. Many are persevering to be where you are.
Where am I again? Can you remind me?
You have made it to the milestone.
Praise the Lord. I have. And so, ladies and gentlemen, our motto for today is
The Golden Milestone. It is our pleasure to welcome you to Bates Memorial High School graduation ceremony.
The President of the South Caribbean Conference of SDA and Chairman of the School Board,
Pastor Leslie Moses.
the Education Director of the Union,
Dr. Daphne McGlaw.
the Education Director of the South Caribbean Conference of SDA,
Ms. Jessica Cunningham.
the Assistant Education Director, Director of the Early Childhood Center and School Supervisor,
Ms. Lisa Bukar Bramble.
the business community within the constituency,
Ms. Zita Friday Lewis.
the representative for the University of the Southern Caribbean,
Ms. Ayana Antwine.
and the President of HASA,
Ms. Denise Rose Carrington.
and our feature speaker,
Ms. Seema Joseph. Board members, principal, faculty, staff, alumni, graduates, parents, sponsors, supporters, pupils, ladies and gentlemen.
we are honored by your presence at this golden occasion. Do have a wonderful and joyous sitting.
We will now have greetings by Pastor Leslie Moses, the President of South Caribbean Conference of STA and Chairman of the School Board.
I acknowledge the protocols that were enunciated earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, today I bring you greetings from the South Caribbean Conference, from the Education Department, and of course from the School Board of the Bates Memorial High School. This is an auspicious occasion, a very special occasion, when as a small school here in Sandy Grande, we can have students who matriculated through the hollowed walls of this school and are today celebrating this signal achievement, this milestone that is called graduation. I congratulate you, graduates. You have done well. Actually, you have done very well. And we trust God that as you leave these hallowed walls of Bates Memorial High School, not a big school like the others in our country, a small school, a school dedicated to Christian values, a school dedicated to nurturing the boys and girls who walk through these walls. Of course, not only am I a pastor, but I've done significant studies in education, both at the undergraduate level and at the graduate level. And I know, parents, that with a small school population as this one, your children would have gotten more individualized attention, rather than them having to be in a huge school where everybody is everybody and nobody is somebody. So that you sacrificed to send them to Bates is worthy of your commendation. And so I thank you, parents, guardians, and supporters of these graduates. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I need to say to you today that as far as our count goes, Bates Memorial High School, even though it's a small school, has gotten grades that is head and shoulders, neck and neck, toe to toe, nose to nose, eye to eye, as compared to any other private primary school in Trinidad and Tobago. And I want you to know that even though the school is small and it's private, and it is run by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, we don't mix matters in terms of the high levels and the high standards that we demand of this school and every other school that the Seventh-day Adventist Church runs and manages. Graduates, the words of Eleanor Roosevelt are very important for you. She said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. You know, somebody told me the other day they went to a certain part of Trinidad and asked some of the young people, "What do you want to become? What are you dreaming of becoming?" And one young man, still in primary school, said, "I want to become a gangster like my daddy." That's the reality of life in this part of the world. That is his dream. And of course, when children dream those kinds of dreams, they have other dreams to dream too. They also dream about how to lie down in a casket. That's the reality. My question to you, and I don't want you to stand up and say, "Pastor Moses, this, that, or the other." I just want you to muse on it. What are your dreams? What are your dreams? What are you dreaming for yourself? Where are you going from here? As I said at another graduation yesterday, please don't go to Ratan to look for work or to detours. And I mean that, and I'm very serious about it. Maybe for the summer vacation, to make a little bit of money. But dream bigger. Dream higher. Dream about getting your doctoral degree. It begins now. Dream about being a physician, or an attorney, or a pastor, or a teacher, or a mechanic, or an engineer, or a farmer, farming 20 acres of land and taking home more money than the Prime Minister. Dream students and dream big. I close with the words of a wise man who said, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. He would lead you to your dream. Trust in God, and he will do it for you." God bless you, graduates. God bless you, parents. God bless you, teachers. These very dedicated teachers of Bates Memorial High School, thank you very much for ensuring that our students are well taken care of, teachers and non-teaching staff. Thank you very much.
We will now have greetings by the Education Director of the Union, Dr. Daphne Maglow, followed by the business community within our constituency, Ms. Sita Friday Lewis.
Madam Principal, please allow me to adopt the protocol that has been established. Thank you. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. I am so happy to be here today, and this is my third visit to Bates Memorial since taking office in 2022. And in November 2022, right, that is correct. And I am so happy to be here again, because even before I became a director, I have been following this Bates Memorial School, and that's for a very long time, because the former principal was my classmate, and so I know about the down days and the up days, and I want to really congratulate the Board of Management, parents, teachers, students for standing in your place and for having your school at the standard that it is today. I know that, yes, go ahead and clap. You deserve that clap. I know that God has greater things for Bates Memorial, and I will be standing by and looking closely and helping where I can to ensure that our school gets to the level that it should be. It can only get better. When I received the invitation to this graduation ceremony, I noted that it would be held in this auditorium, and I was wondering, how is this going to happen? But when I got here this morning, I realized I was in the King's Palace. I want to congratulate all those involved with the decoration. I think it really, really makes my heart glad. And I love beauty. I love things that are done very beautifully, and I'm very, very pleased to be here today. Let me, on behalf of the Caribbean Union Conference, and for those who do not know the term, Caribbean Union Conference serves the Adventist churches and institutions throughout the Caribbean islands. And that is from Guyana and Suriname in South America, right up to the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. Thomas. So we have 52 schools in the Caribbean Union, and I am the director of the schools, but in each territory we have another director for the local field. And today we have Sister Jessica Cunningham. I'm not sure if many of you have met her. She's sitting right here, a very beautiful young lady, very hardworking young lady. And I want to commend her for the work that she continues to do with our schools. It can't be easy. She has the largest field in the Caribbean Union, having to serve about 19 schools. And for some persons, they serve about 6 schools or 5 schools. Nobody serves 7 schools. So you know she's basically the director of the most work to do in the Caribbean Union. So I'm happy she's here today, and I'm so excited when I see a president attend the graduation ceremony. He was with us yesterday, he's here today. And Mr. President, I am happy that you can identify with your school, because presidents are sometimes very busy, so sometimes schools do not get priority. That's a norm, places I go. But when the president is here, I feel that we are getting somewhere. So I am so happy to be here. I'm happy for all the parents who are here. I want to thank you for sticking with your school. Nothing is perfect anywhere. Okay? The best schools have problems. And so if there are little things here and there at Bates Memorial, remember it's a real school. Okay? And even God's church has problems. And we want to stand with our schools because we understand with unity there is strength. We have parents who are very talented, who can lend their expertise to the institution. We have teachers who I know are very hardworking. When I look at their deployment, I can see them teaching in several areas. It can never be easy. The principal has to work through with the business manager for all the financial issues to get ends to meet. It can never be easy. But I know as each person lends his or her service, the work can be easier. So keep with your school. And let us be proud of the school that we are associated with, because in unity, there is strength. But today we are here on behalf of 16 beautiful young people, handsome and beautiful and pretty. And I always, my heart sometimes becomes very full when I think about these students leaving our sheltered walls and entering a very vicious society. It is vicious. We are not telling you things to frighten you, but we want you to know that it's not an easy work out there. It's a workout. And sometimes it strains your physical, spiritual, and emotional health. And I am just praying, God, that you will hold on to the values that were taught to you at this school. Because, listen, if you go out there, depending on your own strength and your own abilities, and just on what friends have told you, you are going to be deemed for a failure. I want you to know your journey through high school has been filled with challenges, with growth, and countless memories, I'm sure. And as you recall memories of teachers and experiences, you can maybe tell 1,000 stories. You know, once I went camping with my students when I was a principal at the high school in a foreign land. And so I was lying on the floor and they were talking, I pretending I'm sleeping. And they had stories to tell about all teachers, you know, stories. You know, children, it's amazing. You have fun as students. You have fun about us, things that we did and how you tricked us and things like that. And even as a principal, sometimes I pretended I did not see certain things because I guess students just need to have fun sometimes and think that they scorn you. Because that is life. You need to have something to talk about when you leave school. So I know you have countless memories. You have conquered exams, late night study sessions, and perhaps you had a few canteen mysteries. Most schools have mysteries in the canteen. You have had an encounter with Jesus. You have cried, you've formed friendships, and I hope they will last a lifetime. And you were led to, or you had the opportunity to be exposed to biblical values that should guide you throughout your life. And these are the golden threads that weave your high school experiences. Just like the sun's rays sparkle on the horizon, your achievements and your expertise will shine brightly, making the end of this journey a golden milestone. But this is not the end. It is a beginning because a new chapter awaits you, one that holds infinite possibilities and exciting adventures. And some of you will head off to college, others to work, others will create their own businesses, others will embark on daring adventures. But whatever your next step is, embrace your steps with courage and curiosity, knowing that God can help you successfully navigate life's complexities. Life beyond these walls is an uncharted journey. So go forth boldly, knowing you have God's power to create your glowing journey. And as you go, seek knowledge from God, from books, from the experiences of other people that you will meet, because knowledge, wisdom, and the fear of the Lord will guide you through life's turns and life's difficulties. And as you strive with pride through the new pathway you will create, thank those who supported you, the parents who cheered you on through thick and thin, the teachers who ignited your curiosity, and the friends you shared secrets with, because gratitude is the golden thread that binds all of us. So, dear graduates, as you step into your new chapter, remember that you are the designers of your destiny. But unless you allow the Lord to direct you and your choices are grounded in biblical principles, the chapter will lack vitality and the golden memories you formed over the years will fade. May your new chapter give evidence of spiritual exposure at this school and positively influence others. On behalf of the Caribbean Union Conference, I congratulate you on your remarkable achievement, and may your new chapter be as brilliant as the sun on a summer morning. Shine on, graduates. I thank you.
Good morning, all. All protocol being observed. I bring greetings from the Eastern Group of Company with its offices, 1098 Newlands Guayguayari and 150 BWIA Piaco. Congratulations to you, class of 2024. You have reached another milestone in your path to positively contributing to yourself and your community. Despite the various circumstances and uncertainty you have faced throughout your journey, at this esteemed institution, you have persevered. You are stronger students having tested yourself. You are stronger job applicants as you have overcome various hurdles. You are a stronger person finding ingenuity and resolution you did not know you had. No doubt of uncertainty, you should always remember Matthew 19:26. With God, all things are possible. You all should feel so proud of yourself as you persevere through your accomplishment in all these uncertain times. Now it's time to carry that same determination into the next chapter. All your hard work matters, and today you will get to celebrate it. I sat in your seat not too long ago, and all I can say is keep close to God, keep working hard to achieve your goals. It is attainable. To the principal and staff of this esteemed institution, we extend our heartfelt gratitude. Your hard work, dedication, and influence on the life of these students have not gone unnoted. The patience you have shown is commendable. The excellent work you have done as a team deserve recognition. And and we congratulate you on this achievement. Your effort will continue to positively impact the life of these students in the future. We, the directors, will continue our unwavering support towards this school as we continue in our effort to maintain and support the growth and development of this esteemed institution, the Bates Memorial High School. To God be the glory, all things he has done. Thank you, ladies.
We'll now have greetings by the representative of HASA.
Distinguished guests, teachers, family members, and most importantly, our wonderful graduates. Good morning. On behalf of the Home and School Association, as we know it, HASA, I bring you greetings this morning. And as we know, today we celebrate not just an end, but also a beginning. Right? The chapter, this is the beginning of a new chapter for you. Our graduates have reached an important milestone in their educational journey. It has been a journey filled with countless hours of studying, am I correct? Learning and growing. Today, we recognize their hard work, their dedication, and the many achievements they have accomplished along the way. Graduates, this moment is yours. You have faced challenges and overcome obstacles with resilience and determination. Each one of you has a unique story of perseverance and success. You've grown not just academically, but also as individuals, spiritually, and holistically. You've developed friendships, discovered new passions, and created memories that will last a lifetime. As your parents and teachers, we have had the privilege of watching you grow and become the amazing individuals you are today. Your parents and your teachers would have seen you struggle, they would have seen your triumph, they would have seen your fall, and they would have seen you get back up. They would have seen you learn not just from textbooks, but from each other and from life itself. So today, as we celebrate your graduation, we also celebrate your support system, your parents, your teachers, and your church community. To the parents and guardians and family, we thank you for your unwavering support, for being there through the late nights and early mornings, and for encouraging your children to always strive for their best. To the teachers and staff, we also thank you for your dedication, for inspiring these students, and for being mentors and role models. As you move on to your next chapter of your lives, remember that learning doesn't end here. Life itself is a continuous journey, of education and growth. Embrace new opportunities, seek new challenges, and never stop believing in yourselves. The future is wide open, and it is yours to shape along with God. So in closing, I would like to leave you with a quote from Nelson Mandela. It says that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So graduates, go out and change the world. Make it a better place with the knowledge and skills you would have gained. Congratulations, class of 2024. Everyone is incredibly proud of you, and we look forward to seeing all the amazing things that you will achieve. On behalf of the HASA, I thank you.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Ms. Goldine Matisse, Vice Principal of Home and School, Vice President of Home and School Associates. We will now have the representative of the University of the Southern Caribbean, Sherilyn Legal.
Good morning, everyone. And that is the presidents, chairmen, directors, principal, teachers, staff, class of 2024. I am the interim dean of business at the University of the Southern Caribbean, and I just have a couple things I want to say. First of all, I'm really proud of the young men among the class of 2024. Give those young men a round of applause. And I'll tell you why. Some of you may know, as we move up in higher education, the numbers of male get smaller and the numbers of females get larger. At the University of the Southern Caribbean, if my statistics are correct, we have about 30% male and 70% female. So when we see boys graduating, we are very, very happy. And even at this level that I am at, we have to encourage the young men, because the young men tend to fall behind. And so we have to encourage them when they're in school, and we keep talking to them to tell them, finish the course, finish the course, finish the course, because more than likely they are the ones who take a bit longer to graduate than the females. The females are championing the causes, but we have to keep our young men together. Now I want to talk to the class of 2024 very quickly, and then I'll talk to the parents. It's very important that you choose carefully where you want to have your further education. You have to make a determination if you want to attend a school of something or you want to have a university experience. They are not the same thing. Some places offer courses. Some places offer degrees through other institutions. And so you go to class, you will be a statistic, you will be an ID number in a number of cases if you attend a school of something. But if you attend a university, you get what is called a university experience. A university experience is where you're going to form friends after you leave secondary school. It's where you're going to form friends for life, the people that you're going to actually know later on when you're going to be the CEOs and the presidents and in charge of wherever. Those friends you went to school with are going to be your comrades and your colleagues. The ones who will know accounting while you study law, and the ones who will know engineering while you study science. And they are going to help position you in the future. That's why where you choose to do your tertiary education is extremely important. More than likely, the person you choose to marry may be the one you go to school with your university experience. That is going to make a big determination as where you end up in life, the person you choose to marry. That is going to largely determine your existence and where you are going to end up. The type of economic experience you will have is going to be directly tied to the person you choose to align yourself with. That is why where you choose to go to school is extremely important. Where you choose to go to school, make a determination of who do you know. Many times if you go to some institutions, you again will be an ID number. You will just be a statistic. But depending on where you choose to go to school, you make friends with your lecturers. They write the recommendations for you. I am writing recommendations all the time. all the time, every other week. Miss Nigo, can you write a recommendation? I would like to study somewhere. Can you write a recommendation for me? And I have to recommend and state, yes, this student certainly is in good and regular standard and has performed well in school. You are going to form linkages with your teachers. You are going to form linkages with your lecturers. They are going to know you. They are going to become your friends after school is finished, which is important because it's important for you to have professional friends. Very important to your existence. So I step back and I talk to moms and dads. Moms and dads, I represent the University of the Southern Caribbean. I represent the bigger sister of Bates Memorial High School. So mommy and daddy, aunts and uncles, grannies and significant others, I want you to choose very carefully where you put your students. Think carefully. It makes a determination for the success of their life in the future. So on behalf of the University of the Southern Caribbean, we are here to remind you that we are located in Maracas, St. Joseph. And we are an excellent choice for you. And if you will come on down, and if you will consider, think carefully about the factors I ask you to consider. And if you see that the University of the Southern Caribbean fulfills those factors, that your students will be in an environment, it doesn't matter, you don't have to be a Christian. You don't have to be, but if you value the values that your students have, and that they will learn along their education, much like Bates Memorial High School, I think you will find that the University of the Southern Caribbean will be an excellent choice for all these graduates here from Bates Memorial High School.
We were most welcomed by those warm greetings. Thank you.
Well, you may be asking, who are we? Well, most esteemed ladies and gentlemen, I am your Master of Ceremonies, Tishon Sutherland, and at my side is the gracious Mistress of Ceremonies,
Brianna Mitchell. As we recount on this journey to the golden milestone, we would be delighted to listen to our tour director, who would have admonished us from inception to hit the ground running. I welcome no other than our vivacious principal, Ms. Jacqueline Jones.
All protocols observed. Parents, teachers, graduates of the class of 2024, a pleasant good morning to you. Welcome to Bates Memorial High School. Now, there are many things in this world that are small, but possess great power and effectiveness. There are microprocessors, nanotechnology, ants, smartphone, and the list goes on. And among that list is Bates Memorial High School. Small we may be, but powerful and effective. As I reflect on my journey to Bates Memorial High School, my journey has been a long one. And the students know, because I've said it over and over again, I'm a product of Bates Memorial High School. But I'm talking about my journey to this position. God gave me a scriptural reference And it comes from Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 18. And it says, "Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and wonders in Israel from the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Zion." And I pondered seriously because it hit home. I'd read the book of Isaiah several times, over and over. And somehow I never saw that text before. It was as though it was the first time. And I truly took that personally, that I and the children of Bates Memorial High School are for signs and wonders. In this community, at number 1 Adventist Street, this school is without a shadow of a doubt poised for greatness. This is Bates Memorial High School time for such a time as this. And so I'm here to fulfill 2 roles. First, I'm going to talk to the students, and then I am going to give the principal's report. And it is in your program, but I'm going to give it a personal touch because this is the last time they have to hear me say anything to them. Congratulations, class of 2024. To God be the glory, great things He has done. Today we celebrate not only your incredible achievements, but also the historical significance of this moment. You are the first graduating class to grace these hallowed halls with your presence. This space, once filled with laughter, your camaraderie, and your shared experiences during chapel and other school events, now bears witness to your final goodbyes. And I heard the director of the Caribbean Union, education director of the Caribbean Union, commend the space. And I think the planners, the graduation committee, deserves a hearty round of applause. This clearly is an example or a testimony as to when we place little in God's hands, it's not just much, it's great and massive as to what God can do. What makes this moment truly special is not just your ability to thrive under pressure, but the fact that you have created a legacy here. You have made this place your home. And as we all know, home is where the heart is. There's indeed no place like home. This school has been more than just a place of learning. It has been a sanctuary, a haven where you have grown, learned, and discovered who you are. However, the time has come for you to leave. As you depart from the sanctity and safety of this home and venture out into the world unknown, I urge you to go with God. The world beyond these walls is vast and filled with opportunities, challenges, and adventures. You are stepping into a future that you will shape with your dreams, your passion, your perseverance. How fitting, therefore, is your theme, Golden Milestone, a new chapter awaits. I know that you are leaving us with big, bright dreams, dreams that you have nurtured here in the safety of this community. Now it is time to take those dreams and transform them into a bigger, brighter reality. You have the strength, the knowledge, and the faith to overcome any obstacle that come your way. Remember, you are never alone. The lessons you have learned here, the friendships you have forged, and the faith that has been instilled in you will guide you. As you go forth, carry with you the spirit of this place. Let it inspire you. Remember your motto, light and truth. Let it inspire you to achieve greatness, to act with kindness and compassion, and to make a positive impact on the world. Keep the memories of your time here close to your heart, for they will always be a source of strength and comfort. In closing, let me remind you that this is not a goodbye, but a commencement, a beginning of a new chapter in your lives. Go out into the world with confidence, knowing that you have a solid foundation and a home that will always welcome you back with open arms. Congratulations, class of 2024. May God bless you and guide you in all your endeavors. And now to the report. And I have to be very mindful of time, because I've realized as one progresses in age, so does one progress in talk, long talk. So I have to be very conscious of that. And I just continue along the vein of as to what God has ordained us here as a school to do. I listened to Ms. Legal, and I share her sentiments more than 100%. Because where society is morally bankrupt, where we experience spiritual wickedness in high places, and sometimes it comes from within, we therefore as a home, the church and the school must unite more than ever before to bring about the change that is needed in our community. And how do we do this? By investing in sound Adventist education. This band of young people are the ones tasked to fulfill the gospel commission by taking the gospel into all the world. This group of digital natives, Gen Zs, are the ones bursting with energy, talent, and giftedness. They are the ones tasked to do such a task. Hence, we at Bates Memorial High School have been working assiduously under the guidance of the Holy Spirit to fashion the whole being of our students to fulfill this role. Over the past year, we have taken the initiative to enhance the spiritual life of our school. See, this is a God school. This is God ordained. And the spiritual life of our students are foremost. And one of the first things we did was to reintroduce the Bates Memorial High School songbook. This new songbook is filled with hymns and songs that enhance the spiritual life of the students. Songs that will calm their spirits in this noisome world of negativity. Added to that is a spiritual journal that was designed by our very own chaplain, White, to improve the prayer life and communication between the student and God, helping them to value quiet time with God and see God as their best friend. Then there were the church visits to Talparo and Carmichael, and what a fight it had. What a fight it was, not a physical fight, just for these visits and including our week of prayer to materialize. Something was always happening, or there was always a stumbling block in the way. And it was only God. It was only God that made it happen. And what an array of talents that were put on display. A week of prayer, and this term, I think, clinched it. It was the week of prayer of all week of prayers, with the presenter, Pastor Gideon St. Bryce, crowning it off. As Seventh-day Adventists, we believe that a health message is the right arm of the gospel. Thus, over the past year, we have been incrementally working towards having our school become a leader in developing or displaying a healthy learning environment. We have taken the initiative towards improving the mental well-being of our students by collaborating with our stakeholders, such as the Eastern Regional Health Authority, who have been here several times to talk to our students. This was most evident during our Health Week. Students took responsibility for their health by being tested for non-communicable diseases. There were New Start lectures, a hike in nature, and a robothon, and a health march in the community. And for all of these, especially that health march in the community, we got feedback from the community. And they were so proud, so receptive of the students. We have gone so far as, with the permission, of course, from the higher authority and even parents, to have a mental health practitioner visit the school. Now, at our school, we go beyond the call of duty. Every school has a school's guidance officer, if you're in public school, and you'll have a school social worker. At Bates Memorial High School, we have a guidance officer. We have a chaplain as well. Chaplain isn't here every day, of course, but whenever the chaplain has the free time, she is here. She is here with the students, but we took it a step further. And we invited a mental health practitioner, Dr. Angel Castillo, who was visited our school up to about 3 times. And what a tremendous success this initiative was. I remember on her first visit here, she just talked to the students, that was all. Talk to the students, lecture to them on mental health and how to be healthy. And I thought she had left the compound. And I'm saying, what a bad host I am because I'm not seeing Dr. Castillo. And let me just put in a plug here because Ms. Legal mentioned it. The reason I was able to get Dr. Castillo here is because I also taught Dr. Castillo in secondary school. And you do form friendships with students. And at that Sangre Grande Hospital as well, I have several students there who are doctors, and you can reach out. And sometimes, Miss Jones, and that collaboration goes a long way. Miss Zita Friday spoke to it as well. You always have someone, somewhere, who is there to meet a need when you need it. And so when she came and I thought she had left, I was walking around the school and I saw a line of students. And she was actually just outside the door there, talking to students. Students were there, waiting to talk to her. And she said, yes, and I will come back again. And she did come back again. Now, she's a bit petite, so I guess eye to eye, same size, they felt comfortable. But it was really great to see the students willing to reach out to someone who can help them. Other stakeholders visited, including the Community Police and the Bankers Association, just to mention a few. But the greatest evidence of creating a healthy learning environment was that of teachers aided by students, particularly the prefects, and we have a couple of them here this morning, like Grace and Roel, running the cafeteria under the leadership of Mrs. Joseph Lopez and Mrs. Haynes Sadlow. And I think that deserves a round of applause. Boy, oh boy, Miss Lopez, as the students call her, couldn't keep up with the students' demand. What this experience has taught us is that all things are possible with God. Our entrepreneurial fever waxed even hotter as we launched our IADPA, which means Inter-American Division Publishing Association store outlet. So we have a little store downstairs, and I encourage you to visit it. Visit it. Do not leave here. Do not leave here without going down to the office and seeing what we have got there, even just out of curiosity. And this outlet provides wholesome literature, including Bibles, and the Bibles were hit especially with the girls, right? And also the school brands. Yes, the school, Bates Memorial, BMHS. Bates is a brand now. We have merch, right? And so we have veggie meat too, you know. It's health, health, health. Whole well-being of health. And yes. And so I encourage you to visit and to support. In terms of curriculum, Bates Memorial High School now gives students the opportunity not just for traditionally academic subjects, but also have introduced, we introduced two. That is the textile, clothing and fashion, and also electronic and electricity. But the most successful was that of textile, clothing and fashion, with about 6 students. They're still engaged, going towards the CSEC. And because of that program, our very own education director of the Caribbean Union did grant writing on our behalf, and we received a $10,000 grant from one Versacare. And the regional treasurer is here. And miss, we got a check. We got it. We got it. So it's only up, up, up. And so that money will be used to develop the program, expand the program here at Bates Memorial High School. Let me just touch on a couple things. Everything else, if I left out anything, it's not because it's by chance. We have a BMHS newsletter that is out there, which you can see everything and know all that would have taken place and taken place here at Bates Memorial High School. But I want to touch on our extracurricular activities and that of the secondary school track and field, the national events that we took part in. 3 students were outstanding. Isabella Solomon, she's in Form 3, Shaniqua Goicher in Form 4, and Azaria Joseph in Form 2. Isabella still continues to train. She was seen and scouted by the coach at QRC, and she trains with them all the time. Shaniqua as well is trains at the national level. I'm saying this to say that Bates Memorial High School is not just about passing an exam. It's about getting physical as well, physical activity, and motivating the students, not just to go out there and perform at national level, but expanding their experience, their horizon. They are going to link and meet with significant others. So we don't want to keep them in our bubble. We want them to go out there and be known. And the president of the secondary school track and field said to me that everybody is asking, who is Bates? Who is Bates? Never heard of Bates. Who is Bates? And he said, look out for Bates Memorial High School, because we went for just about, when we took part in cross country, we were ranking 3rd. Our parents and all were ranking. It was available, open to all. Our parents placed. And at the end of the first national engagement at the National Stadium, with 3 students, we were 13th. 3 students, we were 13th. Even among Toko Toko Secondary and QRC and all these other schools and international who were there, we were 13. And you know why? Because 3 students were taking part in significant events. Why is that? Because Bates had the best coach. Bates had the best coach in Mr. Andalcio. So that when I reached out and asked the secretary, I did not realize he was the secretary of the track and field, as the secondary school track and field. I knew him all the time, and I said, you know, if I call Mr. Neptune, he will link me. He linked me with all the coaches. And he said, I am giving you the best, not in Trinidad and Tobago, but in the region. And that is who we got here. So that when he showed up, I wasn't here the Friday, and he showed up. Miss Storm called me. She said, Miss Jones, we know him as Slim. She said, is Slim is the coach? I said, yeah. She said, Miss, how you? I said, you know, and I link you big. I link you big. And the children will know. When I came here, I says, go big or go home. And that is how I operate. We may have no money. I don't tell people I have no money. The power of the tongue, no money, no money. I don't talk that. I make my list and I put it before the Lord. And as the Lord work it out, I take check and we going down the road. But let me wrap up and let you know that this school has an aggressive marketing plan. And I make no apologies for it. We are totally private. And money talks. Money talks. And this marketing journey that we are on, all social media. I am not a social media person, but kill my children dead, they think I'm a TikToker now. Miss, you always watching TikTok? No, mommy, you're always on TikTok. And it's because of Bates. When I saw how Bates blew up on TikTok, I was like, my heart was palpitating. I got nervous, right? But it has really helped in boosting the image of the school. Persons are asking. It has helped boost school spirit as well. And we are currently upgrading the website. Now I'm working these teachers, I'm working them, and I know they're saying, Ms. Jones, has push hard. Push hard. I asked one, I say, am I a bully? But we have to push hard. We really have to push hard, because out there, negativity pushing. Negativity is pushing, and we have to and we have to really push to combat the negativity that bombards our students. None of all of this would be possible, as I said before, with the hard-working teachers, both teaching and non-teaching staff. Without the support of the regional treasurer, the school board, none of it will be possible. And I must say this before I sit down. Besides the overall performance, the chairman of the board mentioned it, we were 77% overall performance at CSEC last year. And this year, I'm looking forward for even better. For even better. But I want to single out someone who understands the vision of Bates Memorial High School and is willing to put her money where her mouth is and help us achieve our goal. And that is none other than Mrs. Zita Friday Lewis. And that's the kind of support we look forward to from all members of our constituency, the home, the church, and the school. And so I remind you, as I wrap up, of that text in Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 18, which says, "Behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me." Parents, you and the children whom the Lord hath given you are for signs and wonders in Israel. And if you shine in Israel, guess what? Your light will shine in Egypt and Canaan and all the world around. Says the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you for your unwavering support, and I pray that God will continue to bless you as we move forward on this educational journey together.
Thank you, Ms. Jones, for your informative report. Music transcends and defines the borders of any destination. It's your turn to experience and enjoy this fact with a musical rendition by Ms. Luenda Moore.
Good day, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2024. You are all definitely conquerors. I know it may sound cliche, but that's exactly what you are, and you are definitely survivors. And my encouragement to each and every one of you is to continue to survive out there.
Any day now, it's what I kept telling myself on the last mile, on the road to somewhere, but along the way, and the wind and the rain, then to my surprise, and it blew my mind, yeah. And I survived. Yes, you did, yeah. Oh, Lord, you had a lot on you. Truth be told, you survived. You survived. Now hurt and pain were sometimes your company, separated from those. No guarantees, but one thing I knew for sure was you've had your share of ups and downs. Oh, it shook your heart and blew your mind, and you had to cry so many nights, but today you survived. Yes, you did. You survived. You had a lot on you. Everything tried to broke you, but today you survived. You survived. See, you've heard this message before, and I still want to tell you it's alright. It's gonna be alright. This road is gonna be long, but I encourage you to hold on. You will survive. Yeah. You will survive. Oh, yeah. You survived. You survived. You survived. Every day you will survive, no matter what the
the test rings. You had a lot on you, and life tried to break you, but you still survived. You survived. When the weight of this world is all on your shoulder, just remember to keep your head up and survive. Just survive. You are blessed. Remember that you're stronger than you are. So just survive. You survive. Please survive. Hold on to God. This road is not for the swift, but those who endure to the end. You had a lot, and life tried to break you, but today and from now on, you will survive.
Wasn't that refreshing? Give it up for Miss Moore one more time for that wonderful rendition. It is my privilege to introduce our distinguished speaker for today, Miss Seema Joseph. Miss Joseph is the holder of a Bachelor of Science degree in Management Studies with a GPA of 3.6. Upper second class honors awarded by the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine.
Prior to attending university, she also attended Manzanilla Secondary School, where she won a national scholarship and topped the Caribbean in Management of Business Unit 1 and Entrepreneurship Unit 1, and secured second place in Entrepreneurship Unit 2. She has been employed for the past 4.5 years and is currently a business operations assistant 2 operating in the Deputy Permanent Secretary's Office for Human Resource at the Ministry of Education's head office.
Apart from excelling academically, Ms. Joseph loves reading, dancing, and is a small business owner as she sells painting under her business, Colors of Life Paintings.
Ms. Joseph is also a baptized Seventh-day Adventist since 2019 and the Adventist youth leader at the Sangre Chiquito Seventh-day Adventist Church, and also served leadership in the Children's Division and fills other roles in the Treasury, Deaconry, and Special Needs Department of her church. Welcome, Ms. Joseph.
Good afternoon, everyone. So a special good afternoon to the principal, vice principal, specially invited guests, teachers, parents, and last but definitely not least, Bates Memorial SDA School's graduating class of 2024. How are you all feeling today? Great? Okay, lovely. So close your eyes with me for a few minutes. Close eyes, I don't want to see anyone looking at me. Lovely. So visualize this scenario. You're opening a book that has a bold golden engraving of your name that spans from left to right in a cursive font on the hardcover. You turn the cover and start reading through chapter 1. There's multiple written paragraphs, illustrations, and Polaroid pictures of all your failures, accomplishments, and loss in life thus far, your sad moments and happy moments, captured moments of you and your friends dancing, talking, playfully troubling your teachers during class time, and all that you've experienced at Bates. Now you've reached to the end. How do you feel to finally complete this chapter? Maybe nostalgic. There's a jumble of fear, pangs of regret, and sprinkles of nervousness with a side of excitement and expectation. This chapter is closed and you're slowly turning the page. You open this white, crispy, new page that is equivalent to a blank canvas. A new chapter awaits. You get to fill this chapter up with moments of time being spent with God, starting Form 6 for Form 5 students, attending university, starting a new job, or even opening a small business, meeting amazing persons, going on adventures. Now open your eyes. You get to write the narrative of your life by the choices you make going forward. Configure the words that make up this new chapter, paint the brushstrokes, and create an astounding piece to display, to be a testimony to someone else that reads your book. Give yourselves a hearty round of applause for officially closing this chapter of your life and opening a new chapter of the book that holds the story and legacy of your life. The theme of this year's graduation ceremony is Golden Milestones. Reaching a golden milestone in life is like standing at the peak of a sunlit mountain where every step taken and every challenge overcome shines like a jewel in the light of your accomplishment. It's a moment where time seems to pause, allowing you to bask in the glow of your hard-won success. This milestone is not just a marker of time past, but a testament to your perseverance, wisdom, and countless experiences that have shaped you into the person that you are today. Think about this. What are some of the treasurable experiences that you are going to walk out here with? A golden milestone is a celebration of your journey, a reminder of your strength, and a beacon of the hope for the adventures yet to come. Just as gold is refined through intense heat and pressure, so too have your experiences shaped each one of you into individuals that you are today. Each milestone you have reached, whether academic, personal, or spiritual, has contributed to your growth and development. At Bates, you have not only received a quality education, but also learned the values of integrity, compassion, and service. These values are the bedrock of our Seventh-day Adventist community and will continue to guide you in your future endeavors. As you step into the world, let us carry these principles with us, striving to make a positive difference wherever you go. One scripture that you should remember is your class text. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 1. If you remember it, say it with me. Whoever loves instruction loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. If we want to be wise, then we have to actually love discipline, which sounds pretty counterintuitive to us, right? Like, who of us really loves discipline? If you ask little children that have to wake up early in the morning to go to preschool, must brush their teeth, put on clothes and shoes, and attend school every day, I don't think they would say they love to be disciplined. I would say my heart is inclined to love discipline either, but we need discipline. All of us do. We are so prone to wander from the Lord. We are so prone to live in a way that pleases ourselves instead of pleasing Him, in a way that looks out for us instead of looking out for others. So we need discipline. We need to be brought back to Him. We need to be brought back to the life He has intended for us to live. But if we hate discipline, we won't experience that life. In fact, that's why it says, "He who hates reproof is stupid." If we hate discipline and avoid reproof, then we will live lives of foolishness in this world. So I would encourage us to think about areas of our lives where we need to grow in discipline, where we need to grow in our pursuit of God, and to pray for one another that we would have the humility to love discipline in our lives and to love reproof in our lives, and in the process to grow in wisdom. One of my favorite authors, Brené Brown, states that it is a privilege to share our story, for others to hear our story. So I stand before you to share a story of resilience, determination, and triumph against the odds. This is a story that underscores the power of perseverance and the strength of the human spirit. It is a story of a young girl who grew up without a father. Financial struggles were faced, but ultimately she rose above her circumstances to achieve success. Imagine a young girl, bright-eyed and full of dreams, but growing up in a home where her father is absent. Not because he chose to leave, but because he was lost to the clutches of drug addiction. A father who, despite his love, could not be there to guide, support, or nurture her due to his battle with drugs. This absence created a void and emptiness that no child should have to endure. Her mother, a pillar of strength, bore the weight of this absence. She became both mother and father, working tirelessly and striving her best to provide for her family. Despite the financial circumstances, she never let her daughter feel unloved or unsupported. She instilled in her the values of hard work, determination, and the belief that education was the key to a better future. This girl watched her mother's sacrifices and learned the value of resilience. She understood that her circumstances did not define her destiny. She studied hard, fueled by the desire to change her life and honor her mother's efforts. Nights were spent poring over textbooks, and she studied diligently, even burning the midnight oil while others slept. July-August vacations were dedicated to part-time jobs such as working in a prayer store, a supermarket, the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation Accounts Department, etc. The journey was not easy. There were moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, but she knew that to break free from the cycle of poverty and despair, she had to seize every opportunity to learn and grow. Education became her sanctuary, her path to a better future. Her determination was fueled by a desire to create a life different from the one she had known. She balanced her academic pursuits with her love for dance and art. Despite the financial constraints, she excelled in her studies. Scholarships and financial aid became her stepping stones, and she earned a place at the University of West Indies, St. Augustine. The journey of this girl continues as she is currently working in the Educational Planning Division of the Ministry of Education. This girl credits all of her accomplishments and successes to the leading of the Holy Spirit and adherence to the principles of the Holy Bible. I'll share with you a quick testimony on why it is important to love instruction and to be obedient to God. When I completed my degree in management studies at UWI St. Augustine, I was obligated to work for the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago for a period of 2 years. And as a result, the scholarships division of the Ministry of Education was responsible for sourcing a job for me, and called and told me that I had an interview at the Hyatt Regency. So anyone would be excited to work with a popular luxurious hotel in Trinidad. However, I felt it within my spirit that I was supposed to contribute my skills and knowledge towards the education system of Trinidad and Tobago, since throughout my entire life I've constantly been a lover of academia. Stepping in faith and obedience despite being eager to work, I declined and turned down the offer. I strongly believed that God had something better in store for me, and He certainly did. Coincidentally, within a week, the DPS Secretariat of the Ministry of Education requested an associate professional, and I was offered the position, and I was even able to start working the week after, Since then, I've met some of the most phenomenal colleagues and friends in my workplace, people who genuinely care about me and support me professionally and personally. I share this experience to say that God prepares a way for us, leading us towards the fulfillment of milestone upon milestone, but we can only access pathways when we love His instruction and listen to His voice. I appreciate the opportunity to share my story. I'd like to turn the focus on the graduates now, because today we are celebrating your story, your accomplishments, and your golden milestone. Today we stand on the threshold of tomorrow. Each of you wearing that cap and gown embodies years of dedication, perseverance, and an unyielding quest for knowledge. Today is a celebration of all of your achievements, but it is also a gateway to the vast, uncharted territories of the future. Each of you has journeyed through years of rigorous study, late nights, and countless challenges to reach this moment. But you have not only gained knowledge and skills, you have also discovered your passions and honed your talents. Furthermore, you haven't done this by yourself, but with the support of your parents, grandparents, guardians, teachers, friends, and extended family. First, to the families, the parents, grandparents, siblings, and extended relatives, thank you for your unwavering love and support. Your sacrifices, whether big or small, have provided the foundation upon which these graduates stand. You have been their first teachers, their constant cheerleaders, and their rock in times of uncertainty. Your belief in them has fueled their drive to succeed. To the educators, mentors, your dedication and passion for teaching have left an indelible mark on these graduates. You have not only imparted knowledge, but also ignited curiosity, critical thinking, and a love for learning. Thank you for challenging them to reach higher, for guiding them with wisdom, and for nurturing their growth. Graduates, take a moment to look around and acknowledge the people who have been there for you. Let today not only be a day of celebration, but of gratitude. Y'all could look at your parents and give a big wave to them as a way of giving gratitude. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, carry this sense of gratitude with you. Let it inspire you to be a source of support and encouragement for others, just as others have been for you. As you stand at this pivotal juncture, I urge you to consider the profound impact that you can have on the world. You are the architects of tomorrow. Each challenge you encounter is not a roadblock, but an opportunity for growth and invitation to innovate. The world today faces numerous challenges: climate change, social inequality, global health crisis, and more. These issues may seem daunting, but they are also opportunities for you to apply your skills and creativity. You have the power to be agents of change, to innovate, and inspire, to lead and uplift. Whether you delve into the depths of scientific research, pioneer new technological advancements, create art that inspires, or lead communities towards a better future, know that your potential is limitless. Your education is a powerful tool, one that equips you not just for personal success, but for making a meaningful difference in the lives of others. The knowledge you have acquired, the talents you possess, and the experiences that have shaped you are all assets that contribute to the greater good. Embrace change. The world is the promise of new horizons. Be curious, be bold, and dare to dream beyond the confines of your present. The skills and knowledge you have acquired here are your foundation, but your courage, creativity, and resilience will be your guiding stars. Build strong relationships. The connections you make with others are invaluable. So surround yourself with people who inspire, encourage, and support you. Choose your friends wisely. Networking also is not just about advancing your career, but it's about finding mentors, collaborators, and friends who will walk with you on your journey. Invest time in building and maintaining these relationships. God has so much good in store for you. He needs young men and women of character and strength to be his ambassadors. He needs you to represent him as the king from another land, the king you hold allegiance to, the king who has your heart and your life in his hands. This is the time to be firm in your commitment to love God and to love others, to give of your time and talents wherever and whenever needed, to be an example in life, speech, and purity. To conclude, remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It is something that we have the power to create. Every idea you cultivate, every action you take, every dream you chase is a building block of a brighter, more innovative world. I'd like to leave you all with one last profound quote by Theodore Roosevelt. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred with dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while therein greatly. So I call you to action. Make your life count by going out in the new arena. A new chapter awaits. Once again, congratulations, class of 2024. May your future be filled with many more golden milestones, and may you continue to shine brightly as beacons of hope and inspiration to the world. God bless you all. Thank you.
We will now be graced with the class response by Royal Rattan.
We'd like to thank Ms. Joseph for that very inspiring speech that she gave us. On behalf of my class, we really appreciate you coming out here, reminding us to create our pieces of life and to appreciate our milestone of reaching here. Reminding us that the people and situations that we were put in are always to nurture and to grow us. Reminding us that discipline is a must when it comes to achieving our goals. Reminding us to rise above our circumstances and to always look for our stepping stones. Reminding us to love and to listen to the voice of God and to use what we have learned to make a difference in the world we are about to enter. And lastly, we'd like to thank you for always reminding us to always represent God and to give him the credit he deserves. So without further ado, I'd like to invite you to the stage. Ms. Joseph, on behalf of class of 2024, I'd like to present you with this token of our appreciation.
Thank you, Roel. We invite you to stand and take an oxygen break. In for 3, 1, 2, 3, out for 3, 1, 2, 3. Please sit and relax as you are serenaded with a musical selection by Mr. Zemiah Jones Blackman.
Thank you, Mr. Zamaya, for playing with our heartstrings.
On behalf of myself and Tishon, it was truly a delight being your host and hostess.
We will now invite Ms. Haynes Sadlo as we move into the next segment of our ceremony. God bless and congrats, graduates.
Well, as you can see, I am not Ms. Haynes Sadlo. This is Mr. Hernandez. So there was a slight adjustment. Ms. Haynes Sadlo will come after. I would like to ask Mrs. Jones Blackman to please stand and join us here. Miss tells me it is Miss Jones only. I now invite the graduating class of 2024 to please stand. Let us see if my students are able to follow orders. Everyone, right turn. Please wave to your parents and your well-wishers. Everyone, left turn. Left turn again. All right. Please wave to your parents and well-wishers. About face. Face back. Please wave to your parents and well-wishers. Please face me at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Don't they look wonderful? Yeah. And you should see their graduating photos. Amazing. Madam Principal, these students have been at our school, some for 5 years, some 4, some 3, and others 2. They have been exposed to the highest ideals of our institution. Many of them will never forget, and this is the last day they will hear me say these lines: time wasted is time lost. And when the poetry starts to bloom, it is too late to study for exam. They have run the race and finished the course. I challenge them never to forget the road that brought them here. The sleepless nights that many had, the teachers that never gave up on them. I challenge them to keep going forward. Look to the future, but never forget where your launching pad was. Always remember to look back, and like so many others that helped them or help you to get here, give back to your school when the time is right. Always remember to keep reaching for the stars, but keep your feet on the ground. Never get too big. That pride destroys you. Remember that to be great, one must first be humble. Graduates, I now invite you, like Beyonce said, turn your tassels to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, parents, well-wishers, friends, on this, our 75th anniversary. We had to make it special for them, of course. I present to you the graduating class of 2024. Please give them a loud round of applause. Students, you may be seated at this time. I will seek to call these names in alphabetical order. The very first person, now you will walk this way. They're coming from where? From the side? Okay. Good. So, beginning with Miss Janaya Cortez. No, you could go ahead. And there she has a kiss from her father. That is little girl. Then we have the tallest of the tall, Mr. Ricardo Dennis. Following along, we have Mr. Hanif Hercules. And of course, always smiling. Used to make me laugh a lot in class. Miss Azalea Marcel. This young lady came to a Seventh-day Adventist school, and at times I almost felt as if she was Seventh-day Adventist, even though she was a Muslim. She is a Muslim. I would like to present this year Miss Nabila Moideen. Following closely, we have Mr. Kiefer Isaac. Yes, as we go down, this young man has a name that is royalty. Mr. Prince. Please take your walk. Following closely, we have our resident white boy. I took his pictures and I said, this child looks like a little white boy in pictures. We have Mr. Roel Ratan. It's only after he graduates he gets to do that, eh?
In the area of geography, we have Mr. Ricardo Dennis. In the areas of human and social biology, office administration, and principles of accounts, we have Talia Hosford. In the area of Caribbean history, we have Mr. Mitchell Prince. In the area of electronic document management and preparation, we have Ms. Luan Samaru. From the surprised looks on some of their faces, you wonder, but it's not you who's doing the work? Why you all surprised you all did so well? In the area of principles of business and social studies, we have Nabila Moideen. Also in the area of social studies, Salima Rupnarain. And in the area of Spanish, we have Mr. Kefor Morales. Thank you, Dr. Magloire. Just by way of honorable mention, Mitchell Prince also would have received a prize for information technology. All right. At this time, we want to invite the representative from USC as they make a special presentation before we go into our challenge trophies.
So the University of the Southern Caribbean and the School of Business and Entrepreneurship in particular, that offers 7 undergraduate degrees, have partnered with Bates Memorial High School to honor the most outstanding Principal of Accounts student and the most outstanding Principal of Business student, because I'm from the School of Business and Entrepreneurship. So this year we are very pleased to call, and I make sure I heard the name correctly. First up, we have our top Principal of Business student, Nabila Moideen. And our top Principals of Accounts students this year, Talia Husford. And we have one other presentation, and we normally like to do it to the principal. Ms. Jones, if you can please come. Okay, maybe I should stand on this side. All right, so every year, annually, because it costs to go to university, and we're very pleased that the government of Trinidad and Tobago sponsors the tuition for all citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But every school, much like this one, I believe, and other private schools, as well as the the actually other tertiary institutions, they charge what is called fees in addition to tuition. All institutions charge them. And so, the University of the Southern Caribbean School of Business and Entrepreneurship is pleased to offer any qualifying student 1 year of general fees completely paid on your behalf if you choose the University of the Southern Caribbean. Now, in addition to this, I am pleased to inform you on behalf of the President of the University of the Southern Caribbean, we are pleased to offer a scholarship for 2 years for any program that you may choose, that's you students and your parents, that you may choose that is not GATE approved. Now, let me just quickly explain. Now, there are some programs that we call GATE approved, which means the government of Trinidad and Tobago provides the tuition. But there are some programs that are accredited but may not be GATE approved, which means that the government would not pay for them, persons pay for them privately. And there are quite a few of them that persons may choose. So the University of the Southern Caribbean is pleased to offer a 2-year scholarship for anyone here, any student of the class of 2024, if you choose one of those programs. And I have one more thing to tell you. The University of the Southern Caribbean also offers, in addition, as if you choose business, of course, business, I'm a little biased, I'm a dean of the School of Business, but if you choose any other program and you choose to come to the university within the 2024-2025 school year, they are going to give you 2 years of general fees completely free, so you don't have to pay for them. So here it is, do the math, bright math students. Suppose you are a business student, you choose business, and you get this sponsorship, and you get the USC sponsorship. That means for a whole 3 years you could go to school and not pay a single thing. Just get to school and come to school safely. So ladies and gentlemen, and your parents and your guardians, of course, that's for you to consider. Money in your pocket is always a good thing to have. Choose us at the University of the Southern Caribbean.
Thank you, Ms. Ligol. At this time, we want to present our challenge trophies. So these trophies are for the top performing students in each area. And of course, each year, it will change. The person who receives the trophy will change. All right, so that's why it's called a challenge trophy. And we challenge you to do your best. So the first trophy that we want to... Oh yes, it's past lunchtime. So I want to call Pastor Moses to give out these challenge trophies. All right, Pastor Moses, the president of the South Caribbean Conference, and he will give, as the top pastor, he will give the top students their awards, right? All right. So the first trophy that we want to present is the Catherine Walcott English Challenge Trophy. This goes to the person who would have performed the best in English. And I want to just pause and acknowledge Ms. Walcott's presence here with us today. And this year, that trophy goes to Mr. Kefa Morales. The next trophy is a new trophy. It's called the Darren Hernandez Mathematics and Natural Science Challenge Trophy. The Darren K. Hernandez Challenge Trophy for Excellence in Math and Natural Science is a new award sponsored by our very own Mr. Hernandez, who has been an educator for the past 25 years. The award is given to the student who has displayed a passion for problem solving and critical thinking. This year, the first recipient of this award is Miss Janaya Cortez. Our next trophy is the Oliver Cole Physics Challenge Trophy, also for the highest performing student in physics. So Janaya, don't sit just yet. Janaya Cortez for the Physics Challenge Trophy. The last challenge trophy we'll present in today is the Pamela John Business Challenge Trophy. This goes to the person who would have performed highest overall in the areas of POA, POB, Office Administration, EDPM, basically all the business subjects. And this year, that trophy goes to Ms. Talia Horsford. Thank you very much, Pastor. At this time, we want to go into our special awards. I would like to ask Ms. Cunningham to present these awards. We have 3 awards in this category. The criteria for these awards are: you must be a registered student, maintain a good citizenship record, and of course qualify for the specific category. The first award is the most all-round student. So not only would you have been performing well in the classroom, but a student that would have been helpful, a student that you could depend on them, a student that would have been present, exerted a certain amount of influence, taken part in sports, chapel, events of the school. And this year, our most all-round student is Miss Grace Storm. In life, we all face trials, we all face adversities, and these students are no exception. So this award is called the Progress Under Adverse Condition, where you would have fought against all odds to overcome whatever challenges you were facing. And this year, the person that persevered would be Mr. Mitchell Prince. Bates being an Adventist school, we place a lot of emphasis on spirituality, and we encourage the students as much as possible to tap into that spiritual side of them. And so we have an award called the Student Exerting the Most Spiritual Influence. And this year, we have not just one, but 2 persons who will be receiving that award. The first person is Miss Asha Wilson. And the second person is Miss Grace Storm. The next award is the Principals Award, chosen by the principal. And this year, the Principal's Award goes to Miss Asha Wilson. And Miss Jones is going to come as well. The final award. Okay. Bates Memorial High School offers both a merit and need-based scholarship on a yearly basis to outgoing fifth form students who have demonstrated exceptional achievement in a variety of scholarly, extracurricular, and leadership activities. This award is bestowed by Dr. Judy Joseph Herbert to honor the memory of a compassionate teacher, past principal, advisor, and confidant, Mr. Willie C. Joseph, and also extend appreciation for his commitment to directing and influencing students into academic excellence. The recipients of the cash prize will be selected from among the Form 5 student body of the Bates Memorial High School. The individual will be selected on the conditions of having demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and significant contribution and support for the founding principles of Bates Memorial High School. However, final selection can be based on a combination of financial need and academic achievement. This scholarship consists of a one-time award that is applied directly towards the student's tuition and fees at the tertiary level. And this year, the recipient of the Dr. Judy Joseph Scholarship Award is Miss Asha Wilson. Please note that that $1,000 is US, not TT. Thank you very much, Miss. As we come down to the end, this is one of the most important parts of the graduation, where all the time the adults were talking, but now it's time to hear from the students. And at this time, I want to introduce our valedictorians. So this year we have 2 valedictorians because this really was an exceptional class. So our valedictorians this year, and I will read their bios, but I'll say their names first, are Miss Janaya Cortez and Miss Talia Hosford. Talia Murnell Hosford was born on November 8, 2007 at the Sangre Grande General Hospital to Curtis and Inga Hosford. She's an only child. She started her school life in a Seventh-day Adventist preschool in Laventille named the Laventille Foundation. She continued at the Pine Haven SDA Primary School and then was on to the Bates Memorial High School. Over the years, she has developed different interests and hobbies, like dancing, although she says she's not very good at it. She has grown to love reading, even though she says she hated it before. But she loves music, and discovering and listening to music makes her happy. She also enjoys learning and playing the guitar and piano, and singing random melodies and creating songs. During her high school experience, she completed the ABRSM Grade 2 Music Theory exam and received a distinction. Similar to her love for music, she enjoys learning, analyzing, and experimenting with physics. At first, she didn't like it, but she learned to appreciate and love the interesting nature of this subject because of the everyday examples and labs. And as a result of her love for physics and music, she plans to pursue a career in either one. If physics, a mechanical engineer or physicist. If music, a singer or producer. She has gotten closer to God and loves God due to that. And she has a peace where now she feels that she could go forward and achieve her dreams. Janaya Denisha Cortez was born on the 11th of April 2007, also in Sangre Grande Hospital, to Janelle Sam Cortez and Denton D. Cortez. Her family consists of her mother, father, and two little brothers, Daniel and Joshua. Soon after she turned 3 years old, she entered preschool at Graham Little Stars. She attended preschool until she was 5 years old. Then she went to Guayco Presbyterian. During her time there, she made numerous friends and reunited with some of her preschool friends. The teachers were strict but friendly, but she was able to maintain a high performance. After graduating, she ended up at Northeastern College, but she had to transfer about a month or so after that, where she then went to the Sangre Grande Educational Institute. However, after a while, she came over to the Bates Memorial High School. Yes. Yes, give her a round of applause. Give her parents a round of applause. She admits, though, that even with all those schools and all that schooling, she still doesn't have a clear image of where she sees herself or what she wants to do for the rest of her life, aside from the fact that it will be in medicine. However, she will continue to work hard and make her parents even more proud than they already are. At this time, I welcome Ms. Horsford and Ms. Cortez.
All protocols observed, parents and fellow guardians, good afternoon. I am Talia Hosford.
And I am Janaya Cortez.
And we are the
The valedictorians of 2024. It is our honor and pleasure to stand here and share in the intensity of our overflowing emotions that fill this auditorium.
What's that, Janaya? Now that we are finally graduating, it doesn't feel real.
I know what you mean. Just the other day, I was in Form 1.
I remember my days at Form 1, reminiscing about those days just brings a smile to my face. Remembering all that fun we had and all the trouble too.
I wasn't with you all the way in Form 1. Why don't you tell me about it?
Girl, where to begin? Let's see. I'll start with orientation. I can remember walking through the school gate for the first time and having so many different emotions welling up inside me. I was so nervous, yet curious. And after a term passed, I already felt comfortable being in this school since everyone was so friendly and the teachers were so welcoming. What about you? What was your first day like?
Me? Well, I remember absolutely nervous. On my first day, seeing so many people I didn't know was really overwhelming. I'm not sociable at all, really.
Yeah, I remember when you first started here in Form 4, you stay in the corner reading and just kept to yourself.
That didn't stop you from befriending me, though, and talking to me.
Exactly! And now we're standing here together.
Now I'm even more curious. What is it like going here since Form 1?
When I started my journey at Bates Memorial High School, our maths teacher, Miss Hamlet, habitually wrote on the board, "I love maths," under the date and the word math.
I don't think, no matter how hard I try or how hard I could study, I would ever like maths. I'm sorry, Mr. Hernandez. It's just not possible. I could win your award, but it isn't possible.
Yeah. And when we started in Form 3, she would write on the board, "Hard work pays off," instead of "I love maths." I didn't understand at the time why she would write them. And looking back at it now, I now understand that and like the idea of something to be able to do it. It may begin to feel tedious if you put hard work into what you want to accomplish. You will achieve anything you aspire to do.
I might not have been able to experience the same thing as you did, but the sentiment remains. I never liked to study, and I still don't. You can ask my parents. But I did like to see how proud they would light up when I got those high scores and those awards. It really touched me, really. I believe that helped to motivate me the most. Well, that, and if I didn't get a good score, it would probably restrict me from TV.
We had our ups and downs, you know. But I'm glad to experience them with my choral class. And I wouldn't change anything. And when you came here in Form 4, there were even more crazy days.
You're right about crazy. I'd never had to write so much for Mr. Hernandez Labs. I'm talking like 3 pages, sir. My hands hurt. Sometimes I'd have to go all night.
I know, right? And when people would forget to do his maths homework, the chaos that will bring across the morning.
And don't forget those weird ringtones and notifications. And the weird part wasn't even the ringtone itself. It was that we all looked forward to it.
And do you remember the mini party for Miss Kwaku's birthday? The curry was so good. And let's not forget sports day. How delicious the soccer bags were.
You know, hearing you reminisce kind of reminds me of one of the things that I noticed when I first came here.
How was that?
You're all so friendly and considerate of each other. It's like one big, happy family here, which is funny considering the size. Or maybe that's why everyone is so kind. I might not have spent long here with all of you, but in the little time I did, I've seen how all of you have cared, laughed, cried, and struggled, and persevered together.
You're not wrong. Though amidst the fun times I've had, there were times where I felt like giving up. I recall moments of weakness where I felt as though it had no purpose in continuing my education.
I know what you mean. There were times I'd get too frustrated in my classes, whether because I couldn't understand a topic or whether I was just overwhelmed with the work. So, how did you deal with it all?
Well, I prayed. I would pray and ask God for the guidance to see where I went wrong. I prayed for the strength to not give up. Then I took the initiative to study on my own, using methods that I thought might have worked for me. I'm sure some of you felt the same way I did. In life, there are going to be times where you need to take the initiative for yourself, even though you don't think you are supposed to on your own.
I would like for all of you to look around this room and tell me what you see. What do you think I see, Talia?
What do you see?
As we stand here before you today, I see aspiring doctors, brilliant engineers. I see brave pilots and successful businessmen and women alike. As I look around, I see young people striving for a dream that I know deep in my heart you all will make it a reality.
You're right. As I look around, I'm seeing my classmates doing incredible things in the future. Even though today might be nerve-wracking, and I'm seeing some people teary-eyed or wanting to cry, I want them to know that you've all worked hard to make it.
You should all be proud that you've come this far. Others barely make it, and some sadly never do. Yet today, the 3rd of June, 2024, you sit here in this auditorium graduating. You all should take pride in your accomplishments because I know that your parents and your teachers are so very proud of you, even if you are to blame for all those headaches and a few gray hair you could see, you know? And most importantly, that God will always, always be proud of you. No matter how hard you may struggle or how hard you may fall, He will always be by your side.
We have been through so much over the years, from the pandemic to SBA deadlines and even CSEC. Yeah, we struggled, we cried, but now it's over. Now we can look back and laugh, and now we can reminisce about the past, all the trouble we got in and all the friends we made along the way.
You know, recently, someone said the strangest thing to me. At first, I thought, what were they thinking? And why were they saying this? It just sounded so crazy. But somewhere deep in my head, I couldn't stop thinking about it, you know?
Really?
Yeah. You know what they said to me? They said that I'm lucky. I'm at the point of my life where I'm looking at different paths that lead to different futures. I'm at the point in my life where I'm going to feel so many different feelings. And may feel a little overwhelmed trying to figure out what I want to do with my life or how I see myself in the future. It's frightening, but at the same time, it's so exciting, is what they said. And they weren't wrong. I am terrified, okay? Absolutely terrified. But somewhere deep down, I can feel that I'm still a little excited for what's yet to come.
Whoever they are, they're right. What you just said matches my feelings like perfectly. I'm sure it's not just me. I'm sure everyone here is anticipating the future and what will happen to each of us.
Today, we graduate and end another extraordinary chapter in our lives.
We will forever cherish the unique moments, lessons, and experiences we have learned.
Today, we start another chapter in our lives.
And as our motto suggests,
a new chapter awaits. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Leah and Janaya. Let's give them another round of applause. At this time, I would like to call Ms. Jones just to simply present to them the Valedictorians Award. So I invite Janaya and Talia to come back to the stage. Let's give them a round of applause as they accept their awards. And at this time, we want to invite Ms. Asha Wilson as she brings the class tribute.
All protocols observed. My name is Asha Wilson. I am the class president of class 2024, and I am very honored on behalf of the graduating class to extend thanks to the parents. We appreciate your emotional, financial, and sacrifices that you give to us. Now, I may ask the graduating class to stand up to present their parents tokens and a hug of appreciation. Thank you.
All right, so not only did they have that little gift for you, but they also have a nice little tribute in the form of a song. So I want to invite our graduates. You're not singing again? They are singing. Come on, stand. Let's stand. You all would have practiced. And as they present this special song to you, their parents.
your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, where He says I am, where He says I'm at.
Purchase your tracks today.
I'm walking in power. I'm walking in miracles.
today. Purchase your tracks 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 today.
Let's give them another round of applause. It was the renowned English educationalist and Theophilus Margaret Cousins that wrote, "Appreciation can make a day, even change a life. Your willingness to put it into words is all that is necessary. Appreciation can make a day, any day." As such, I will seek to put into words our heartfelt gratitude. On behalf of the administration and staff of Bates Memorial High School, the Education Department of the South Caribbean Conference of SDA, and the graduating class of 2024, we would like to thank our speaker, Ms. Seema Joseph. Your words of inspiration to the class of 2024 will resonate for time to come. Your words and story show that God prepares a place for you, and He is well able to bring our students to their golden milestone. I would like to sincerely thank our parents who have entrusted to us your precious present for the past few years. We return them to you as fine gold that has been polished and prepared for service, not only for this world, but hopefully for years to come. We can be satisfied that we have produced young men and women who are independent thinkers, who who cannot be bought or sold, who will remain as true to duty as the needle is to the pole. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Miss Jennifer Best. Her magical touch transformed a place of learning into a hall of elegance. Please note that Miss Best's mother would have passed away on Saturday gone. However, she still decided to make the time to transform this space into a center of excellence. To the members of the business community, such as JD's Furniture Store and Mr. Chow of Sangre Grande Food Hub, that has partnered with us to make the school a premier seat of learning, we say thank you. Most notably, we must make mention of Ms. Zita Lewis Friday and Eastern Divers Company. Much of what we see here today would not have been possible without her sacrificial contribution. Ms. Friday, it is impossible for us to buy a present large enough or precious enough to say thank you. There were some days when some of our students did not know where their school fees would come from. Then from out of the blue, members such as Mrs. Franklin, a former teacher, and Sister Patterson would appear with school fees for those children. These are our knights in shining armor, and without the contribution of people like Mrs. Patterson and Ms. Franklin and many others who prefer to remain anonymous, many of our students may not have made it to this point. I would like to thank our churches. The support that you give pushes us to be the best that we can for you. We also would like to thank our audio-visual team. They ensured that everyone, even those at home, could share in the celebrations. To all our supporters, seen and unseen, known and anonymous, near and far, we say thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. And after all the thanks Mr. Hernandez would have said, I just want to thank God. I want to thank God that this class would have been the 2020 beginning, at the beginning of COVID. And I just want to thank God that you all would have come through and you are here today to graduate. Give yourself a round of applause. I want to thank the principal for giving me and Miss Alfred to lead you out in the 2023-2024 year. It has been a great year. We have had fun. We have had a learning. Parents, thank you. Thank you for bearing with me through thick and thin. Give yourself a round of applause. Today, we have not reached the end of the road. You have just begun to cross the bridge. And I want you to go with God. There is nobody else that you can hold on to but God. Let Him be your guide. You don't know what step you're going to take, but let God be your guide. And if by chance, any one of you guys end up to be a doctor or a nurse or anybody, and you see me come up in the hospital, or they get me a good bed. Please, get me a good bed. Okay? Parents, again, thank you for choosing us as the education, where we stand for with God. There are hundreds of schools in this vicinity, but guess what? We lead out. We began here in 1948. You guys are actually the 75th graduating class of Bates. We are the foundation. We are the foundation, and guess what? Once your foundation is in Christ and God, nothing is impossible. So as you go forward, guys, you know His love. Each teacher here, the principal and the administration, we are there for you. You are not going to leave here and say, oh, I was a part of BATES. No. You will always be BATES. You'll always be a Bayesian. So acknowledge that. That is it. Patience. If you're getting married, send us the invite. When you're graduating from USC, send us the invites. That's it. We have it. Send it for us. We write here for you. Okay? But no matter what, we are a family. We are a family. We stand together. We go down together. Ah, that's right down till we lie down. Right? So guys, remember that is love. We will always love you. Okay? Whatever you need, we are always here for you. You need a little prayer, but at the night, call me up. Don't call Miss Hamlet. She phone go be on do not disturb. But call us up at any time. We are here for you. All right? So I have the pleasure to close us off in prayer, and I'm asking everyone to stand as we say goodbye. Thank God. Dear wonderful and kind Father in heaven, we just want to thank you, dear God, for bringing us out this afternoon, today, dear Lord. Father, we know that the road has been rough at times, but Lord, we want to thank you for bringing us through it. Father, despite the weather, we want to thank, dear Lord, that parents and persons would have come out, dear Lord, to celebrate this auspicious, occasion. Continue to be with each head that has bowed before you. Father, bless each household, dear Lord, who allow their children to be a part of us. Father, go out with them, dear Lord, as they continue, dear Lord, to embrace others. Father, whatever they would have learned here, dear God, I pray, dear Lord, that they reach one and teach one out there, dear God, and let your word continue to reach as far for your soon coming. In Jesus' wonderful name, I pray. So to my babies, I love you.
All right, just a brief announcement. So refreshments are provided for everyone. We are asking these students to usher their parents downstairs. You could use the stairs if rain is not falling. If it's falling, you can pass here. And those seated on this side, please wait for the ushers to usher you downstairs. Okay, and that's it, right? So let's just give ourselves a round of applause. We had a great time today. And congratulations to the graduating class. So you all may be seated and the ushers will come to you. Students, please usher your parents downstairs. Oh, they're marching out? Okay.
internal and external matters that relate to students, teachers, and other members of the staff.
Or even get official dates merchandise.
Here is our library where students and teachers can get books for their various subject areas.
We also have fully functional science labs.
And this is our home economics laboratory with masterpieces.
Here is our IT lab where we learn how to use computers wisely. At Bates, learn, nurture students and grow spiritually each day.
But we also have dedicated teachers that work very hard with us.
At Bates, we make lifelong friends and encourage us to do our best.